Hey, Connecticut, let's have a discussion. A lot of you are unhappy, and there's only one thing stopping the United States from socialism, full-blown socialism. And it's the 50-50 split in the Senate and Kamala Harris as the deciding vote on every bill in the Senate. Because when the House passes something like H.R. 1, the Senate will decide redistricting in H.R. 1 to voter fraud, ballot harvesting, same-day registration, and all the problems that H.R. 1 brings. Now, when questioned, Stacey Abrams said she had no problem with valid voter ID. It's not black people being denied a motor vehicle license, folks. No, it's not. It's not based on color, and that would never fly. My phone is ringing continuously, but I want to not answer the phone today, and bring up an article. Here we go. We love these articles. This is from the Republican Party in Connecticut. Let's go over it. It needs to be discussed. From Hyman Drusen, okay, a friend of mine, to Doug Deckert. Does this money go to Flynn? Blumenthal speaks at Communist Party's awards ceremony, the Washington Free Beacon, December 14. Blumenthal is absolutely crooked politician who does not care about what's best for Connecticut. No. Look at the recent $30 million food articles that came from Washington saying how great the policy is in Washington, that hundreds of American millions went to children across the state to fund after-school program lunches and breakfast treats across America. But when it came to Connecticut, Connecticut made it so cumbersome that people didn't know how to file, and didn't collect, and left $30 million on the table. So we talk about Connecticut policies and how Murphy is heading us towards Armageddon, and Blumenthal is destroying the country in every other way. So Blumenthal has 1,042 bills in the Senate. He wrote the recent abortion bill. He wrote the Iran deal and the Green New Deal. So if there's any proof, let's call it proof, as to what he's doing wrong, selling us down the communism road, he owns Chinese television, radio, and malls in Shanghai. 2, to be exact. He owns partnership interests in communist-owned entities, of which 300 nationals work for that concern. Now, let's see what the Connecticut GOP is saying. Blumenthal presented certificates to winners of the Amistad Award. Funny. Given out by the Connecticut People's World Committee, which is an affiliate of the Communist Party USA and the Marxist People's World. Yes. Okay. He gave a speech about Build Back Better, which I've looked at. 9% of the COVID bill goes to COVID. 91% goes to everything else. Is he secretly a communist? Sorry. Yes, he is. He's not. He's openly a communist. Look at all the connections that he has with the Ukraine lobbyist. Here we go. He was introduced at an event by Lisa Bergman, Communist Party member. Yes. Many of the congressional candidates in Connecticut are endorsed by the Communist Party. Yes, many of them. Rosa DeLauro, continuously speaks at the New Haven Communist Party headquarters. Okay, so they're asking you to chip in to the Blumenthal campaign. Okay? You see it on the screen. Kick out communism. Connecticut Republicans. So I forwarded this to put it on my website, but let me switch to a camera. The fact remains, Matt does not take my call, does not return my call at the GOP. We all know about some of the other characters, which I'm not going to talk about. But let's go to the GOP. Gee, I'm having trouble finding it. I have so many numbers in this phone. Well, let's call Ben Proto, see if he answers, or let's leave a message with Ben Proto, chairman of the GOP.
Hello?
Hey, sorry to bother. It's Johnny Flynn. Do you have a moment, or I could reschedule?
No, that's good. What's up?
I'm just concerned that you guys are out raising money in the name of Blumenthal, and with my discussions of, obviously not you, JR, I barely know you, he was telling me for a year that they have no intention of giving any money towards a federal campaign.
That was JR.
Okay, so can we work out some kind of plan? Because I have about 20 professionals working on this, and we're running into obstacles.
As soon as you are the candidate,
No. No one's gonna. No one's gonna be the candidate. Okay, the way things are going.
That's not true. There's
Okay.
3 of you who currently are running.
There's 4.
Maybe others.
There's 4.
Okay. There's 4. I know of 3.
Okay.
So until one of you is actually the candidate, I'm not working out any financial deals with anybody because I can't.
Okay, so you're out there raising money in the name of Blumenthal's race, and I'm saying it's $100 million race.
Can you stop, please?
No, I called you to speak to you. Can I stop? Yeah, I'll stop. Go ahead, you speak. Say something intelligent.
Have a good day, John.
No, you have a good day. I'm asking you questions and I'm getting stonewalled.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, go ahead. Teach me. I'm a willing, active learner. I'm the best listener I've ever met. Go ahead.
It's easier to listen when you're not talking.
Go ahead. You have the mic.
Okay. I'm raising money into 2 accounts. I have a federal account and a state account.
Good.
Sometimes I raise money into my federal account. Sometimes I raise money into my state account.
Good.
Okay? So I'm not raising money into a Blumenthal account.
Okay. You have a federal account, which would account for federally running candidates.
Correct.
And no...
Or federal.
Okay, so this ad here is obviously benefiting...
You see, again, you're talking and not listening.
All you do is talk to other people, not me. Now you want me not to talk. Okay, I won't talk. You have it. Go ahead.
I have a federal account. I have 5 congressional races.
Right?
I have a U.S. Senate race.
Good.
And I have overhead expenses that get paid out of the federal account as well as out of the state account.
Okay, so what does Matt Schwartz do?
What does Matt Schwartz do? Matt is the Deputy Executive Director.
Right. Now, he has not returned a single call to me ever. You know how many calls I've placed?
No idea.
Okay, it's quite a few.
And
Now, did he work for Majority Strategies? Yes or no?
No idea. I don't believe so.
Well, that's what he told me.
Okay. So here's the thing, John. When you decide to actually run a campaign, you let me know. When you actually decide to go out and raise money, you let me know.
I'm raising money. I have a huge team. Yeah, I do, and I told you that.
No,
Excuse me, do you know who Doug Deckard is?
You put your own money into the race, a whole $29,000 as of the last filing, right?
That's correct. I put $29,000 in, but I've got about 30 volunteers.
What are you going to show on your December 31 report?
As I said, I am not going to file till I get the 50. Okay?
You have to file when you spend money.
I filed. Excuse me. I filed 30 times already.
So what do you?
I have filed 30 times already in a row. I file monthly. So saying that I don't is not accurate. Okay? I filed 30 times. Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening. I put 29 grand in by myself. Yeah.
How much money are you going to show as of December 31st raised on your report?
Like 34,000 or 35,000. I'm not sure of the number.
So you don't have enough money. So you barely have enough money to run for the state senate in a seat.
Oh, that's not true at all. I've got multiple money-raising companies working on our behalf right now. We have 4 events.
If you've retained them, then you have to file that as an expense.
I didn't pay them anything. They did it for free.
They can't do it for free.
We haven't had the event yet.
They can't do it for free.
I'm paying for everything. They have my credit cards. I'm paying for everything.
Then that's all stuff that's got to show on your report.
Okay, so we have 4 events planned.
I'm not sure what the conversation is about.
Hold on. We have 4 events planned just in January. Okay, they're all in Florida. They're not cheap. Okay, I have
That's good.
a Mohegan Sun thing in March. And in February, I'm going to CPAC. So I didn't really schedule much yet because I want to see how January goes.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So
What is it you want me to do?
I filed every month for 30 months in a row.
What is the purpose of?
Well, the purpose is I got people calling me saying, if I send money to the GOP, do you get any of it? And I say no.
Well, if you become the candidate, yes, you will.
Okay, well, J.R. Romano said I would never get a penny.
Okay, and is J.R. Romano the chairman?
No, but I've asked you to meet with me. I've asked why I wasn't introduced to Kennedy at the Bush dinner. No answer. I've asked Matt, I don't know how many questions.
Because you bought a $250 ticket. You didn't buy a VIP ticket.
Excuse me, I was told that our 10 tickets entitled us to 2 VIP passes.
What 10 tickets?
The 10 tickets at our table.
No. If you bought a table, not if...
That's what I was explained. We bought a table. We bought a whole table.
Okay. Yeah, so...
Right. Now, when I went up to speak to him, he didn't even know we had a candidate running for Senate.
Okay. He's a United States Senator from Louisiana. Why would he know anything about what's going on in Connecticut in the U.S. Senate race?
Because I've written him letters?
And when you decide to actually run a real statewide campaign, let me know, because you're not doing that.
Oh, I certainly am. I've been to more meetings. Excuse me. I've been to 10 meetings in Hartford. Yeah, I've been to 10 meetings in Bridgeport. Yes, I have.
For what? For what?
Regular RTC meetings.
Okay.
I go weekly to every function I possibly can go to, and I've never seen you at a single one except for the Bush dinner.
Well, then you're not looking real hard.
I went to Shelton's meeting. I've been to Easton's meeting. I've been to all. I've been to Canterbury.
Good. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal. Yeah, you dictating to me. Okay, go ahead.
When and if you become candidate, and I've said this to every other candidate.
Oh, I'm a candidate, bro, and then you keep your staff doesn't return phone calls to a filed candidate.
John, when and if you become the endorsed, nominated candidate.
When and if you name us at the meetings and allow us to introduce ourselves, we might get somewhere.
What meetings?
Every meeting I've gone to, every single Lincoln dinner I've been to, which is more than 10, no one is allowed to introduce you.
That's not.
I went to the Bridgeport Lincoln dinner. I went to the Stratford. I go all over the place.
John, I don't run the dinners.
I understand that.
Okay, so if the chairman of the local RTC or the chairman of the dinner is
I have.
I have no control over that.
Okay, but to go out and claim, okay, that you're raising money to fight Blumenthal, we don't know what account that money went to. Can you?
You should do it to the general account. All you have to do is look at our filings every quarter.
Okay, so
Just like I look at your filings every quarter.
Good. So what's the deal? The Senate candidate will get what?
I don't know.
The congressional. By the way, I like Mike France.
Quite frankly.
I like all the candidates actually.
Okay. Just how much money can I give you?
I don't know. I'm not. I'm saying.
Well, you should know that.
I don't know because you know why? You haven't answered a single question since I started calling.
Here's the maximum contribution I can give to a federal candidate.
Okay.
$5,000.
That's a joke. Because I heard.
It's $5,000 is the maximum contribution I can give to a candidate for federal office from my account.
That's not from the party account.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. Then how did you give $60,000 last time?
To who?
To who? The discussion I had was that the last Senate candidate got 60.
That would have been
Illegal?
Matt Corey.
Is that illegal?
I don't know who told you that, and I wasn't.
J.R. Romano told me that.
Well, again, J.R. Romano's not here.
Okay, so if you're raising hundreds of thousands of dollars, you're going to give $5,000 to Mike France, and you're going to give Larry Laser $5,000, and you're going to give George $5,000. Is that what you're telling me? That's not true.
It's not true. Why is that not true?
You're raising hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you have expenses. I understand, just like everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not sure what the issue is.
I'm just wondering.
About what?
About you claiming to be supporting the Blumenthal race. And if Florida sends $100,000 and Texas sends $100,000, or $100 million is collected, how is the $100 million in the federal campaign going to be spent?
In an appropriate way.
That means $5,000 to one candidate, and the rest of the $100 million will go where?
John, the party has never raised more than $2 million total dollars across its accounts.
Okay, I'm going to put that number to shame, hopefully.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I doubt it.
Okay, and when I do, how much am I going to get of it?
The maximum contribution. What are you not understanding?
I understand every word you said, okay? I'm saying I'm in a $100 million race, and you say no one's ever raised more than $2 million.
No, I said the state party has never raised more than $2 to $2.5 million.
Okay. So
accounts.
did you see the Georgia race or the other races that occurred?
I'm not in Georgia.
Did you see the Lindsey Graham race? He raised $112 million.
Okay, as a sitting.
And his opponent raised $132 million.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, you think that our race...
Probably move to Georgia and run down there because clearly there's more money.
Excuse me. I'll give you that one, okay? As a joke. I hope it was. But for me to try to get an answer...
You're using other states to compare to our state, which doesn't work.
Oh, it will work. They think they can't win here because of the people in place. That's why they don't write checks of any normal size that other people would be gladly willing to write. By the way, do you know how many campaign contributions just this year my father gave? In 2021? Over 250 different campaign contributions. He's on every list. Okay, that's good for him. I get it. And there got to be people like him across the United States that actually care. Okay? So to say, move to another state, why don't you move to another state? Because this whole dialogue that I've had since day one, which occurred 3 years ago, I've been doing this for 3 years now, I have much more than $30,000 invested. I work every day on this thing.
Okay.
I've initiated over 300 lawsuits due to this race. Do you know that?
How many have you won?
I've won every single one, in my opinion. Why?
Oh, well, no. How many have the court said you won?
Oh, the courts dismissed them left, right, and center. We have...
So then you haven't won any of them?
Oh, yes, I have.
No, you just told me that the courts dismissed them all.
No, I didn't say that. I have won cases. I won $387,500 on one case. One case. That's the most I won. $387,500. It's not part of my campaign.
Okay.
Okay. So don't say, obviously, if I was the first... Oh, hold on. My issue? Let me explain something. Tell me
what your issue is.
I was the first whistleblower against Bernie Madoff in the state of Connecticut.
Okay, we're gonna go back to. I don't give a shit about Bernie Madoff. I don't care what you.
Well, you should, because it's money laundering in Connecticut.
And here's the thing.
No. Okay. What about the mortgage fraud price problem? That's Connecticut.
Tell me what the issue is.
What are the issues? A lot of these issues are financial crime issues.
No. That's not what I'm asking you.
Based on judicial misconduct.
What is the issue you are calling me about right now?
I was trying to outline how raising $100 million would end up sending money to the Republican Party, not for the federal race.
Okay, what are they going to send it for? The state races? They can do that too?
I'm all for supporting the Connecticut federal races. That's what I'm all about right now. Because you know what? Running for the General Assembly, where you have a minority and your vote means practically nothing during a period of executive order, means nothing, right?
Okay.
It could mean nothing.
I still don't know what your issue is.
I don't have an issue. Why? I have 100 issues. Judicial misconduct is a gigantic issue.
No.
No. Prosecutorial misconduct is a huge issue.
John, why did you call me?
I was gonna say, you guys aren't following the bouncing ball, picking up the breadcrumbs and connecting the dots between what's happening in the Connecticut courtroom, which is a tragedy, okay? A tragedy, while the judiciary of the Democratic Party determines which judges will enable crime syndicates to steal mortgage fraud money, steal everything you think of. DCF cases by the hundreds. Kids are being stripped from their families, and they're calling me like I'm not an elected official. I'm getting 15 calls a day about mortgage fraud. What's Connecticut doing about it? Enabling them? Yeah. Because they don't require collection agencies to be registered. Well, I'm like, well, what are you doing with it? Well, what are you doing about it? Well, you certainly don't. Matt's never called me back.
Okay.
Now I found out about the other guy, which I don't want to talk about. You know who I'm talking about, right?
No, I don't.
What's his name? Thibodeau? Thibault?
No, he hasn't worked for the party for almost 3 years.
Okay, well that's whose phone number I have in this phone in my hand.
Well, that's your problem, not mine.
That's not funny. Okay?
Well, it is, because if
no, it's not. It's embarrassing to find out.
Patrice Thibodeau.
Yeah, Patrice. You know who I was talking about. And here we go. You knew who I was talking about the whole time.
No, you just told me who it was. John.
Patrice Thibodeau. Yeah, that's quite embarrassing.
I appreciate you calling.
Yeah?
I really do.
Okay.
When you decide to actually become a candidate.
I am a candidate. You know who's not a candidate? You know who's not in it?
When you actually decide to go out and raise money, when you actually decide to do things like that, and stop sending out hour-long videos that nobody watches, and you get wrong most of the time, you let me know.
Okay. Have fun. I guess I understand that you're not going to lift a finger, okay, till the state central backs a candidate, when in fact...
What is it you don't understand about one? The most I can give you is $5,000 to any campaign. That's the most I can give any candidate for federal office out of my
okay.
federal PAC. That's it. $5,000. A direct contribution. That's it.
Okay.
I can spend money in other ways, and I'm going to spend money in other ways. But as a direct contribution to your campaign or any federal candidate's campaign, it's $5,000. We don't give any money to any candidate until they are actually.
Well, answer one question. I'll let you go. Okay. Answer one question. I'll let you go.
Or after the primary.
You said that twice or 3 times now? Okay, I get it. The first time you said it, I got it. Just one question. How come you're not mentioning that you have candidates running?
I do.
Who? Where? You've not mentioned my name once.
That's not true.
Well, show me.
Did you get a call from Danielle Altamari?
No.
Okay, I have got.
I don't know who that is. So as a matter of fact,
okay,
no.
She's a reporter for the Current. I've had a number. Susan Raff. Did you get a call from Susan Raff?
No. Never. No.
Okay. I can't make them call you.
Mm-hmm.
I really can't.
Okay.
But I've had any number of reporters ask me who's running for the U.S. Senate, and the 3 that I know of are
There's 4.
Peter Lamage and Robert Hyde.
Okay.
Those are the only 3 I know of, and those are the names I give people. And I
okay.
give them
No one's called.
Because I have your phone numbers. Now, whether or not the reporter chooses to call you, not on me. All I can do is give them the information.
Okay. So here we go. I'm going to make a promise to you right now, okay? I'm going to follow your instructions, see where that goes, okay?
Which instruction is that?
When you give me advice, I will take it till March 15th, okay? And after March 15th, I'll decide whether we need the GOP at all, because obviously it's not working.
Okay. You really don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
The very fact that.
Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Because I've been in the job 6 months, and it's been dramatically different over the last 6 months.
Okay. I have sued Richard Colangelo 6 times for bribery already. He's our chief state's attorney. And guess what? The fact that the news doesn't want to cover the stories, okay? He took a bribe in a murder. I have the video of the murder.
Okay.
He says no tasers were used. Do you know a 23-year-old African-American college student? Yeah, you want to change the subject. It means a lot to people, actually.
In the U.S. Senate race.
I'll tell you what it means. You ready?
It's a state issue. It's not a federal issue. So.
Oh, it's a federal issue.
Okay, good. John, you and I are getting nowhere.
Okay. Well, here we go. I'll leave you with a parting moment.
No, I'm going to leave you with a parting note.
Okay.
When and if you become the candidate,
right,
or anybody else becomes.
Yeah, you're talking about the primary. Okay.
Right. At that point, assuming there's a primary.
Okay. And there's no delegates, right?
What's that?
I asked you for the delegate list. Never got it.
Delegates haven't been chosen yet.
I asked you for the current delegates.
They haven't been chosen yet.
The past delegates I asked for.
Okay.
I've asked a lot of questions in 3 years. Not gotten a single answer for the most important.
You haven't asked me.
Hold on. I've texted questions. I'm giving you enough time to get acclimated. I know the first 6 months were rough. I know what happened with a lot of the candidates who have been framed. And it's many. It's not few.
Framed for what?
T.J. Elgin, a Republican, was framed.
For what?
He was running for Congress against Himes.
Okay.
He got arrested on his front doorstep. And his attorney is Dennis Bradley, who's a staffer for Jim Himes. Now,
Dennis Bradley is a state senator from Bridgeport who's under federal indictment.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay, but the fact remains, he was a staffer for Himes. When TJ ran against Himes, TJ was arrested for an anonymous phone call. Turns out...
What does that have to do
Well, hold on a second. Why did Jim Himes' attorney approach TJ Elgin and ask him to be his attorney when in fact he didn't disclose that he was a Himes staffer?
What does that have to do?
It has a lot to do with it.
Okay, when you can figure out how to explain what it has to do with the state party, you let me know. Because again, you're going back to times...
Excuse me, have you watched the Sikh and what they're doing? And that they're not enforcing any... You know my state rep has assaulted so many people they can't count that high? So why is a state rep...
Who's your state
Travis Sims.
Okay.
He's assaulted many people. Actually, on Election Day in 2020, his daughter, who's Black Lives Matter, assaulted a blind woman who was a Trump supporter. Did you know that? I filed a complaint with the Sikh. What happened? A year went by, we heard nothing. That was in 2020. They had till 2021 to decide whether or not they were going to investigate the complaint. Okay? By the way, I have filed a Sikh complaint annually since 2018. All different reasons. And the fact that a blind woman who is a poll worker was assaulted sitting next to me by 3 Black Lives Matter ladies, who happens to be the daughter of the state rep, while the state rep is in the street with a bullhorn saying, I approve the F Trump signs. I approve the F Trump's chant they were making. Why didn't that get any support from the GOP when I circulated it? I'll tell you why. Because they don't step up. Okay?
Okay.
They're not stepping up.
Again, well before me.
You know about the Sikh complaints and that they go nowhere. Did you read the Bob Duff Sikh complaint about his bribery? Because I sent it to your office. And I wrote it.
Again, when did you send it?
When I wrote it, in 2019.
Okay, and how would I have seen it since I was not involved?
You would think the Senate, a Sikh complaint against the Senate Majority Leader would be read by the Republican Party when it's filed by a Republican.
Oh, again, call JR and ask him why he didn't read it.
No, the answer should be, gee, that's good information. I'll try to keep that in mind the next time someone gets assaulted.
No, the right answer is you're blaming me for something I had.
I'm not blaming you. You're new to the party. I have not blamed you for anything.
No, that's exactly what you're doing.
I won't blame you. You have carte blanche.
I don't appreciate your background. I don't appreciate what you're saying to me.
Okay.
I'm trying desperately to put
Oh, my apologies. It's nothing personal. You have very large shoes to fill.
You're making it personal.
Okay.
Because you keep telling me I didn't do things when I wasn't even here.
Okay. You've been there for 6 months. I give you the cart. How much time do you need?
And in 6 months, we've won a special election, changing a Democrat to a Republican in 36th district. In 6 months, we swiped out.
Congrats! I door knocked for the guy. And you say when I start. Hold on. You said when you start working on a campaign. I door knocked for him.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I did. Did you ask him?
I don't ask who votes door.
Oh, okay.
Door knocking.
When you start running a Republican Party that's worth backing, I'm here by myself, the only one working.
I'll let you know when that happens, and that's when you can back us. How's that work?
Fantastic. We have an agreement, finally. Excellent.
Okay.
So you can call me anytime if you need help about anything, because I'll help you.
I appreciate it, but thank you for your time.
Great.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye. Well, he admitted watching our videos, Pop. Yeah, he says you're putting out hour-long videos that nobody watches. Too bad we got 6,000 views on one of the ones the other day.
It's up to 6 already?
It's over 6. Want me to look? Hold on, I'll look. He doesn't even know anyone in Fairfield County, you know what I mean?
Where is he from?
He lives in Stratford. He's active in Stratford, don't get me wrong. I wonder how many views this one will get. 6,780. Yeah, it's number 605. Well, that was our chairman of our Republican Party. Well, you're the biggest donor in the state. I think he should know who you are, right? Cheers, Pop.